What's up, my YouTube family? It's your boy Berto back with another video, guys. I hope everybody's doing wonderful today. I'm doing great. So let's get this started. We're going to talk about the Illuminati. Yes, the Illuminati. And the reason we're going to have a discussion about the Illuminati is because they have something planned. They have something planned. And for those of you who don't know, the Illuminati is the most powerful group of people in the world. A lot of high-ranking position people, like a lot of executives, people that are running the banking system. It's all a big corporation. That's what you could call it. The Illuminati is just a big corporation of powerful people who ultimately control everything and all the currency in the world and all the main resources that the earth needs to keep. You know, the countries on earth need in order to stay afloat. These elite Illuminati members are manipulating countries, mainly countries in Africa. Countries in Africa are getting slaughtered, but there have been a few presidents in Africa that have stepped up to the role of fighting them back against the juggernaut elites. Now, a lot of them do die. Just like the president of Tanzania. Last year, I actually made a video about him, and he spoke about how he basically sent in a Ronin test result of a goat or something like that, and it came back positive. So he's basically saying these tests were faulty and that he didn't believe in it. And some people say it's misinformation. Some people say it was accurate, which, you know, he did what he did. And he just, you know, he didn't, he was for his people, not for the banking industry and the pharmaceutical industry. He was for his people, which how most leaders should be, but they're not, because they're bought and paid for. Bought and paid for. This guy was not bought and paid for. Well, him being the president, somehow he went missing. How does a president, I don't care if it's the smallest, the poorest country in the world, a president should not go missing. Well, this guy went missing. And then after a while of being missing, he ended up dying. How does this make sense? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But one thing for sure is this dude was exposing them. And he was exposing a lot of things about that, you know what, but I can't talk about it because I just got off a week-long ban for talking about it. So I have to watch what I say. But you guys know where I'm going with this. So he was exposing a lot, and from him exposing so much, you know, the powerful countries like the United States, Russia, China, they made sure this dude was killed. They made sure he was killed, and that's exactly what happened. He was killed because he was speaking too much, and he was exposing too much because he cared more about his people than making money. And that's what it all boils down to, is if the leader of your world, your country, is trying to make bank, or is he trying to take care of his people? And that's where a lot of the division comes in. Between a lot of these politicians, they don't care about the people of their country. All they care about is money. So you have these elite people, they come to the leaders of each country and they offer them money to make sure that they push the agenda that they want to get pushed. And if they decide not to push the agenda, then guess what happens? They kill you. Doesn't matter if you're president or what. And even if you're a president of a very powerful country like the United States, China, Russia, or something like that. And that's a little more different when it comes to those high-ranking countries. Like that was a small country in Africa. The president of Tanzania's president. It's easier to kill him or make him disappear or assassinate him. So it's much easier because, like I said, no one's really watching Tanzania. No one knows who their president is. They're not a big popular country. So it's much easier to get away with it. Now, the president of the United States, per se, the president of the United States is not just going to just disappear. It's impossible. It's always somebody around him. Always. Not just somebody, normally a group of people around him. to end up dead after being missing, that's not going to happen to the president of, like I say, the United States, Russia, or China. They have to go about things more differently. So what they do is exactly what happened to Trump. They destroy your character. They release all these fake allegations and these false stories about you. And not saying some of these things about Trump were real, some were fake, give or take. Some was real, some was fake. But they push this agenda and they push it hard. And they will destroy your reputation. They will make sure you are not elected again. They will make sure of that. And you got to think, the Illuminati consists of these powerful executives of these tech companies, these bankers, these people that own oil companies. These people are the Illuminati. They own everything that we need, all the resources we need. They own it. They invest in it. They made sure they can control that. Because when you control that, you control the world. And that's where they all group together, because they all own a portion of stuff that the world needed to go around. People own banks with all the money. People own oil. Powerful tech companies like Facebook and things like that. Those people have so much influence and power because they control so many people. They have a whole bunch of info on so many people. And when you have that information on a certain somebody, you become powerful. You become an elite. When you control something or you own something that impacts the whole world, it moves you to a new level. That is how you get in that elite group. You have to have something that's impacting the world and that influences the world, or countries need it or they need you. Because without you, they don't exist or they take a huge hit. Owning oil, powerful countries like the United States need oil. So owning oil rigs and owning a majority of the oil out there is a huge plus. It's amazing. But that is how it works. The elites that run the banking systems, they bail governments out by giving them money. They get them out of debt. They buy and pay for the politicians of these countries. That's what makes them above the politicians. They control these politicians with bankroll, with money. So they never go to jail for any type of corruption or anything, because politicians basically create the laws and enforce them, and they send the police to enforce them. Well, if you're impacting the person that creates the laws, you don't have to worry about anything, because that person's going to make sure you find every loophole. They're going to create loopholes for you, and they're going to make sure no one touches you because they have the power to do so. Illuminati members are so powerful, it's to the point where it's unbearable. And that's why they have these huge sex trafficking rings, human trafficking rings. Like, it's so much going on. Just recently, a young lady was found in a sewage drain in Florida. I believe it was Florida. Found in the sewage drain. She had been missing for a couple of weeks. And all of a sudden, she was found in the sewage drain, screaming for help pretty much, after being down there for weeks. Like, okay, so you're down there with no food, no water, no nothing. You're in a drain for weeks. You survive. You still have the strength to scream and call for help. But this is something I've been telling you guys about for a long time. She wasn't just down in the drain. She was being trafficked, and she escaped. I told you guys, it's tunnels all around the country, all around the United States of America. Underground tunnels are where they traffic people at, because that's the best and most effective way to do it without getting caught. Okay? The most effective way of trafficking people is underground. And all around the United States, and even all around these powerful countries, there are underground tunnels where people are being held captive at. This girl was lucky enough to escape and get away. But I can guarantee you guys now, in a few weeks, or maybe a couple months, she will be dead. Because they know she's going to talk. And that's what they don't want, is for us to talk. Guys, we have much bigger issues going on right now in the world that are being swept under the rug. And the elites are getting closer and closer to putting that one world government in place and putting martial law on all the citizens of each country, to the point where we won't be able to do anything and we'll be supervised by military personnel. Presidents will become dictators. Elections will be out the window. I mean, out the window. There will be no more elections. There will be one supreme leader of the world. And before this happens, guys, there will be a World War III. Before martial law goes into effect and the one world government goes into effect, there will be World War III, because it's going to be a battle of who can run the country the best, who's going to be that one supreme leader. Will it be the President of the United States? Will it be the President of China? Will it be the President of Russia? Or will it even be the President of India? Or you got Great Britain? Or will it be the Queen of England? We don't know. But I can tell you guys, ultimately, there's a lot of things going on right now, guys. There's a battle out there that you guys don't even know we're fighting. Why do you think we keep getting all these distractions? It's so many distractions going on. That's because they're trying to slowly creep away and enforce laws, and they're slowly putting laws out there without us knowing, because they keep us distracted with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle interviews, and these celebrity couples breaking up, Quavo and Sweetie, all types of foolishness, because that's what catches our attention. And once they get our attention off what they want it off of, bam, it happens. Y'all stay woke. I'm telling you, there's a lot going on in the world, and we must wake up now. It's our time to fight back. Martial law is coming. One world government is coming. The New World Order is coming. The Illuminati people are getting more powerful. They're getting richer. They benefited so much off of the pandemic. And what did we gain? Nothing. Give us a stimulus. Wow. Giving us our own money. And so one of these generations will have to pay it back, if not our own generation. Y'all stay woke, stay blessed, and be prepared. Because World War III will happen. New World Order will happen. Martial law will go into effect. FEMA camps will grow. FEMA camp will become a normal thing. Some of us will be locked in cages. Some of us will be out here doing hard labor. And some of us will be the leaders of the world, enforcing this. Somebody watching this video will be one of the people putting people in concentration camps, laughing about it. Guys, this will turn into a North Korea, but much worse. A worldwide North Korea. Well, we can't say anything about the government. Everything's being watched. Y'all stay woke. And you heard it here first. Berto Conspiracy Files. Checking out.